Give us any chance, we'll take it. Read us any rule, we'll break it. We're gonna make our dreams come true.
Welcome to National United Podcast about 8 seasons in a row. I'm Mr. Fernandez and...
I'm Chris Warden. And Gordy, no, put that down. Gordy, no. No.
One of us make a Gordy joke. This is Short on Time. It's from season 8 of Laverne and Shirley, directed by Tom Trevich and written by Jack Lukes. I'm sure Chris has some facts about the two of them coming up.
Yeah, for Jack, for sure. Tom, we're running low on episodes, and I'm running incredibly low on factoids about the man. So we'll.
Yeah, he's gonna carry us right to the breaking point, so to speak. Here's what the episode's about. Laverne is incredibly busy thanks to her job and a busy social calendar. In fact, she's so busy she manages to forget to get Carmine's girlfriend Susie a cake for her birthday, essentially it's a loaf of rye bread covered in whipped cream. Laverne is passingly aware that Frank has become suddenly even more hostile than usual towards women, even nailing shut the door to the women's room at Cowboy Bills. But then Rhonda offers Laverne the opportunity to sing along with the Spinners and her pop's troubles fall by the wayside. All of a sudden, Chuck appears with his son, in quote-unquote Chucky Jr., a chimpanzee, and asks Laverne to watch him. Laverne foists Chucky off on Frank, who, while Laverne's gone, confesses what's got him so upset. Edna has left him for a matador. Performing a song with the Spinners makes Laverne realize how much she's devalued her relationship with her dad and heads home to talk to Frank. But can she help heal his wounds? What did you think of this one?
There is the known, there is the unknown, and there are the eldritch abominations that are the strange feelings that one gets watching this episode. Now, there was a lot of satanic panic and the like in the 1980s, and one thing that people got freaked out about was that there were toys that would, do like, it would have control over the television and cause like certain flashes and blips and bloops and stuff like that. And the signals...
Like Teddy Ruxpin.
Right, and they were looked at as satanic because then subliminal messages and all that sort of stuff. The subliminal message of this, I think, gave me psychic damage, given this is an episode that has good concepts, but God, the execution's rough. But, at the very least, it's the writer is a guy who was an actor on screen in Switchblade Sisters. So,
That's cool.
That's
cool.
But
clay feet, y'all. Clay feet.
Clay feet.
This episode, it has exactly one funny thing in it, and it's the Spinners.
Yes.
They're really good. They're surprisingly great actors. The rest of this episode is a choice. Oh, is it a choice? It's a choice.
Carmine can't even make the opening gag of him pacing around and angry, and he picks up the phone. Where the hell are you? And it's like, oh, hello, Sister Felicia. Thank you. Sorry, I'll leave a big donation at church next Sunday. I'll pray for your soul, too. I can almost see the parenthetical, by the way, on the script page going, to God. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. The lukewarm applause that opens this episode.
Yeah,
really
and a lukewarm joke. It feels like it's one that isn't earned because that's a punchline without the setup. Yep.
Because we don't know why Carmine is so frantic about Laverne not being there on time.
Yeah, this feels.
It's like no wonder she ended up with an ulcer with all these people on her back too.
And it also, reminds me just from a technical perspective, we've really hit the space in season 8 where all the perfunctory back and forth standard sitcom 101 bad dialogue is coming in. And what I mean by that is like there is sitcom dialogue that is functional, but this is patter. This is filling time with quote unquote jokes. And the jokes aren't getting punched up. They're not, and the director just is like, okay, what can I do with this? The actors are like, okay, what can I do with this? And there's not enough of anything to kind of get it moving. And it's very like,
it's inert.
Because even how pathetic this whole setup of Laverne being late, she comes in from the bakery with the cake box, and it turns out it's a rye bread.
Yeah.
That should be funny, and it's not.
It's and I don't even know, because it's very dry and very dull.
Like the bread.
I got 6 people upstairs looking for a place to stick their candle.
Yeah, that caught me by surprise. I'm so glad my mom didn't catch that joke when we watched this episode.
Yeah, it's filthy. But
hey, it's a celebration for Susie, the girl who we never get to really know or ever care about.
And eventually she'll
God,
be
it hurts.
disposed of. And eventually she'll be completely disposed of anyway, so.
Wait, you mean he finally gets his mob ties connection thing to pay off?
That's that guy disposed. Anyway.
Oh, god damn it. I was hoping for, it's like, I don't even like that twist in mob movies, but at least it would be something.
Anything. The fact that Susie's so dumb she doesn't know how to blow out candles. Why?
That hurt my soul. That was... We met Susie a few episodes ago. We know she's not that dumb.
We know she's not that much of an idiot. She is not like a Kelly Bundy level idiot. Like, come on.
Man.
Like, come on.
Rye bread. It's very fresh. Put a whipped cream on it. Yeah, my mom hated this whole part with the rye bread, by the way. She was
aghast. Yeah.
Aghast and flabbergasted.
The line about how she should have gotten pumpernickel bread because it could have passed off as chocolate cake, huh? Okay.
I mean, I've had some pretty bad chocolate. I mean, let me be clear. I am a gluten-free guy. I have had pretty bad chocolate cakes in my life.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I would never confuse them for pumpernickel.
Oh man, it's so dumb. Okay. And of course, afterwards, Laverne comes home. Enter Rhonda looking cute in a little football jersey with her hair done up in curlers.
It's very cute.
And we learned that I'm surprised she's still walking with the schedule she's keeping.
Indeed. Yes. Chuck Heston's or Bobby Redford's and different parties, singing the number with the spinners, etc. And this is where I mentioned that the script is very back and forth, functional dialogue, that it's there, and they give it a laugh track, but I highly doubt any of that is real laughter. I highly doubt. There are parts of real laughter that happen in this episode, but that scene with Rhonda, as much as I love Rhonda, 3 a.m. busy Rhonda, which my mother crooked an eyebrow at.
Dirty. The
The
fact that she's too busy getting pounded out by a producer to go sing with the Spinners is somehow very Rhonda. No way.
That's at the point, it's like, honey, do you just enjoy the sex work more than you actually enjoy acting at this point?
Quite possible at this point. Hey, if they pay for it. It's all good. Anyway. That's what the producer said when I said I had to be home at 3 a.m.
What, ding dong? Never mind. That's my next note, actually.
I wrote in all caps, what goes on in Rhonda's life?
Boy.
So Myron Chomsky and the Polka Cats played the girls' prom, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Ding Dong and Chuck is a Trekker.
Chuck is a Trekker. Chuck, you remember me from work? Chuck, I've been working next to you for the last 2 months. And is that continuity? Yeah. Did this episode go too early? Or too late, I mean?
It's very obvious it went too late. It was supposed to go at least before Gymnast Show.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when we find out what happened to that Frank is single and is dating other people besides Edna.
Yep. I mean, so by the way, before we move into Chuck, I want to say I dig that he's a Trekker, but I will also say that this show has a nerd shame, which is my mother's term for it. It's nerd shaming.
Yeah, it is.
And I kind of want to stab this episode or kick it in the groin.
Like, for me, it's like, why would he want to cosplay as a janitor?
Well, it's obscurity.
I know that there are Star Wars folks who cosplay as the guy running around with the ice cream maker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know that.
I've met one, actually, in person. I ran into one at a convention. Yeah.
For them. I know there's a genre for that, but it would help if these things actually existed in real Star Trek.
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
They don't. I think this is part of his stand-up bit and his shtick on stage, and I think it just got integrated into this episode.
So they just let him go wild because they didn't care.
Right.
Okay. That makes sense, at least. We note here that it says it's been 4 months since Laverne got a new job.
2 months. 2 months.
2 months. So it's 2 months. So yeah, this is supposed to be way earlier in the season.
Mm-hmm.
This is supposed to be way earlier in the season. They shot everything out of order. Nothing makes sense. Then we hear that Chuck has a little son of his.
Little Chucky. Yes, little Chucky.
Little Chucky, who seems to be a child. He seems to have his functional relationship with a mother, but that's not true.
No.
He's looking after a chimpanzee.
Well, he doesn't have a functional relationship with the mother. He just says that, where's his mother? He just, what is it? Don't know where the mother is. She's running around someplace.
Yeah, that's why I said dysfunctional relationship with the mother. That's
Oh,
dysfunctional.
dysfunctional related. Okay, that is his dysfunctional. Okay.
Dysfunctional.
Fucking Throgmorton bullshit.
At
That is a Sinking City deep cut for anybody who pays attention. Anyway. Okay.
one point, I just wrote down "Oh Lord" during this exchange, and in comes Chucky, and we have chimpanzee humor,
My mom's...
which was very popular around then. So go ahead.
Yeah. My mom goes, "Oh no." And this is when I go, "God no, ugh, now I hate this episode."
Gordy, no.
Okay, so that is in my notes, by the way, because you were the one that said Gordy no when we reviewed the episode. And when I said that, I said that aloud when the scene was playing on the TV downstairs. My dad was on his way out towards to leave and go to work. He busted up laughing immediately because he got it.
Good. Very good. Very good.
If those of you out there don't know the Gordy bit from Nope, be warned, it's probably one of the most horrifying parts of that movie.
Yeah.
But there is a reason we're doing that joke. Anyway.
Yes.
And I credit Lisa here for having made the joke first. It is her joke. I just happened to steal it for the beginning of this episode. So
yes, it's worth being stolen.
Thank you for not castrating me for that, honey.
There you go. No, I'll castrate you for something else.
Whoa, ho, 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 ho,
ho. Hey, whoa, hey.
Okay.
Okay. I won't castrate you for anything. You know that anyway.
So then she calls the woman at the bakery to babysit,
which is so bizarre. She's that desperate is what we're trying to establish here, but it sounds and looks ridiculous. It just sounds and looks ridiculous.
I also hate that she's going to be irresponsible and not take care of the chimp. I mean, Laverne, think of the story you're going to get to tell people at parties. Think about the fact you're going to get to, some guy's going to take you on a date and they're going to say, "What do you think about having children?" And she goes, "Well, I took care of a chimpanzee for 2 nights straight. I'm sure I can handle a child."
No, I know. And of course, enter Frank, who says that the chimpanzee, little Chucky, looks like Squiggy. Squiggy's been compared to a lot of things this season.
Yes. Oh, yeah. "You smell funny. Know how it is when I make up my mind? I'm out of my mind. Let's talk." And then he sees looks like Squiggy. God, rude. So rude.
Rude, poor Squiggy. He doesn't look like a monkey. Thank you very much. Now we have to pretend the Spinners are somehow popular in 1967. They weren't.
They were not. Yes, I looked this up. Okay, they were a music group in the 60s, but Motown kind of put them off to the sidelines. They actually would not have been as active as musicians because, especially not with this level of popularity.
Yeah.
So it is true they would have made music together initially in the 1950s with the first lineup, but it's pretty wobbly whether Laverne would have even known who they were in high school. But that's pretty typical of the show at this point.
Yep. That's bad research, bad thinking, really dumb. Okay, they say that the monkey looks and kisses like Grandma Rosie. Do they mean Frank's mother? Or do they mean Josephine's mother?
I was wondering.
It's gotta be Josephine's mother because we met Frank's mom and she doesn't look like a monkey or kiss like a monkey. It's like,
she's not that short either.
Nope.
I mean, she's shorter than Frank, but not by much. And mostly because she had the whole, the scoliosis, the leaning over like Polly in Deadly Premonition. But
Yep. So of course Laverne leaves Frank with this poor monkey.
At least the monkey likes him. It's very sweet.
Yeah. The monkey is vaguely affectionate with him. And Laverne rushes off to the concert, and Spinners are doing their thing, and they pack her in a dress and try to teach her dance steps. I love the MC. The MC was really funny.
Okay, the MC Lamar. Do you want to know who that is? Because this was the cool surprise. That is Harry Waters Jr., a.k.a. Marvin Berry from Back to the Future.
That is awesome. He does a great job with this little part. I'm glad his talent was recognized that early, because he's really good. He's really good in Back to the Future, the little part that he gets. So,
and he also voiced Tweedledee for a whopping 100 episodes of Adventures in Wonderland in the 90s.
Cool!
So that's pretty wild.
Very cool.
Anyway, before we jump off to the Spinners, though, I want to mention the scene with Frank and little Chucky watching TV, Victor at Sea versus Wild Kingdom.
Yes.
And you hear the whoop whoop of the sea, Victor at Sea. It's like, what are you, crazy? It's a Victor at Sea. My joke about this is, yeah, that's right, whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police. The writing police. This episode is dumb. All right, we continue.
Yes. I've got nothing. Oh, you'll be fine. So we find out this way that this is how Edna left Frank, the amount of things wrong with this scene.
Yeah, with him playing playing gin rummy.
Yeah. The fact is, this is how the audience finds out that Edna's left the series. A. The fact that this is how they denigrate her character, having her cheat on Frank and leave.
Yeah.
Which does not feel like something she would do because she's been cheated on herself, and we have backstory to that. The fact that Frank has been withholding this information for God knows how long.
Yeah. He's at the angry point that it feels like it's been a few weeks of him getting angrier and more upset and more upset.
Yep. And Laverne, knowing something is wrong with Edna, that she's not answering the phone and not going to the trailer to check up.
Yeah.
That's just the first of 2 insults made to their relationship, because we saw how close they got.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that she became Laverne's mom.
Mm-hmm.
She called Laverne honey. This is the mom that Laverne had been looking for ever since her own biological mother passed away. And this is the dirty hand that they play at. And it sucks.
God, do we have to keep talking about this episode?
Yeah, we have a couple more scenes to talk about. That's why I told you it was going to be bad.
You did.
It's better than Monastery. You gotta give that enough credit.
Yeah, at least this one is actually entertaining in places.
Yeah. It's not dire like that, or Death Row.
Yeah, at the very least, I can point out and go, excuse me, that crowd at the show, those are 80 sweaters. Fuck you, show.
Yeah, 80 sweaters, 80 looks. And we get lots of moments of Laverne adjusting her boobs, and them patting her up.
And the wardrobe lady tearing her clothes off, which was kind of hot.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Who the hell's... And cutting the straps of her slip. What the hell is happening with the show?
Yeah, it is a trip. And then the hello. That was very good.
This is actually pretty cute, the scene.
Yeah, the whole scene with the spinners, yeah.
Yeah, the spinners do a good job. They're funny and they add to the scene. The little bit of acting they do contribute is a lot of fun. The rat-a-tat bit is funny.
That's pretty cute.
As they find out that about Laverne's sad tale, and they become more and more appalled at the situation. Also, when they grab her and kind of drag her in the back of the stage and she's bad at the choreography. It's all very funny.
And all of this just for Laverne to learn a very important message about family and supporting the people you love.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which she already knew. Yeah. Can you stop with the rat-a-tats?
when finally she's like, if you excuse me, I gotta go home and be with my father. My mom just kind of looks at me and goes, "Ooh boy," and yeah.
Laverne's story though about Frank was cute. He even tripped and fell in a mud puddle just for me.
Rat-a-tat.
So cute. Okay.
And then Laverne returns to find the note.
Yeah, the note that Frank just left there to inform her that her stepmother has left the scene. And the non-reaction here drives me bananas. This is her stepmother. This is the woman that she's come extremely close to. And it's like nothing. It's like nothing at all to her. It drives me nuts. Considering how hard she mourned for Shirley.
Oh, yeah.
She'd be mourning for Edna, too.
Yep.
So,
but no, see, we don't need to mourn for Edna because who cares about the old bat?
The cheating old bat, according to the show.
Yeah, that was a little fucking weird. Edna is a wild woman, but she is a wild woman with standards.
Yeah.
But I did want to point out, Laverne finding the note. It feels like it's a recurring theme in the season. We actually have a theme to the season other than misogyny and bullshit.
Yep. The theme is everybody leaving. That's the theme.
And leaving just and only a note behind.
Yep. Amazingly, we don't get to that point with Lenny. Amazingly, but we don't.
See, that would have made an interesting episode because then Lenny would probably just come wander back in at the end of the episode. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to leave my goodbye. I forgot to take my goodbye note with me.
Yeah, you know that. That's cute. You would. Yeah, I was gonna make copies, giving that to everyone, but I didn't. I ran out of ink. It's like,
and the pen went dry.
Yeah, it went dry. I did like that Frank took Chucky down to the coffee shop to sober up.
Yeah, sober up. Got him an ice cream cone, pretty soon we're gonna get a Gordy note. Probably someone's gonna come back and they're gonna get horribly murdered in her bedroom. Either they're gonna, or I mean, admittedly, he also has National Geographic, so maybe he's gonna go up there and start furiously masturbating.
Oh, why? And it just comes up there and there's monkey jizz everywhere. Anyway.
Monkey jizz, everybody! You come for Laverne and Shirley opinions and stay for monkey jizz. I love you, honey.
Oh, you two. No, all I can think of is that joke from X-Files. Anyway. Oh God. Okay.
So boring, bad, dull. Yeah.
Yeah, we get a gentle, tender moment with Frank and I don't know. No, I wish with Frank and Laverne, and they hug and they promise to be devoted to each other and they promise to love each other.
Yeah, I'm always gonna be the. All right, I don't care. I don't fucking care. I don't.
You're so bitter. It's so
I'm just
great.
tired of this shit. It's like this fucking season, man.
God,
God.
it's the season. I told you. I warned you.
You did. I just. What's sad is that this is the kind of bad that I can't even make fun of. That's when it's fucked. That's when it's so fucked. And I can't believe, all these considered, we have worse next.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And again, we haven't gotten to Squiggy. Yeah, Squiggy. We haven't gotten to David dressed up like Squiggy's sister and a Carmine Ragusa satanic message record scandal.
It's a what? What? I knew there was the do the. That's what the do the Carmine is about. That makes me excited conceptually.
You're gonna have to wait.
Oh God. Anyway, all right. Bad, boring, dull tag scene. We find out that Mary was boarded up in there, which at least I'm glad she gets some dialogue. Just don't consider this part of my vacation.
Poor Mary. Mary finally.
Poor Mary.
Finally, after years, she does indeed get the line of dialogue. And Jesus, how long was she in there? Was she there just overnight?
I hope it was just overnight. I mean, at the very least, she has a toilet. Well, this is the thing that also makes a bit of a problem here with the issue. He would, if he had locked the door, boarded it up, and everything, he would have heard the goddamn toilet flush.
Yeah. You would have heard her screaming.
Yeah.
God. At least she had. At least it could be. You could be stuck in a worse place. You have running water there. You have a toilet. It's boring. But you'll probably be able to survive overnight. You'll just be hungry.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, totally. You'll just be hungry.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then we get the reveal that little Chucky is now the waiter. And what was with the 80s and apes?
Yeah, because monkey in costume equals funny. And
no, it doesn't. No,
according to the 80s, it was.
I don't know who the fuck decided that, but that's fucking stupid.
Clint Eastwood and Tony Danza's fault.
Oh, God. I mean, at least... God, another thing to blame Clint Eastwood and Tony Danza for. Jesus Christ.
My note is I laughed exactly twice.
Yeah, pretty much me too.
And then my very last note was bless monkey in cute outfit still equaling comedy with a K back then. Yeah. Comedy! Okay.
God.
Okay. All right. That's the end of my notes.
I mean, I've got other ones. I mean, I've got the whole thing of, this music was, at least closer in style to 1968. The bass line and horn section still 270s. Even for a Motown band, by the way. I'm still going to say that. Yeah, I still feel this is like Gary's response to MTV. Let's put in more music in the season.
The kids love music.
Yeah. Hated that they didn't care with those outfits on the extras. They didn't have enough wardrobe or something. I don't know. Maybe it was time. I don't know. I don't care.
Sure you do.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Last night you said you were tired, so I ordered you to.
Okay. I remember that one.
That's the message he wrote to Edna on the mirror.
Oh my God, that's sad. Oh God, show I hate it. Oh God.
Yeah. Anyway,
I hate it.
I have mom notes here, by the way. I can see why this is so painful. I feel so sorry for the actors being in this.
Yeah.
She didn't like how Edna ran off and married a jockey. Could have just had it that she even said it could have just had it that she died. It's an insult to Edna, in my opinion. It's an insult to her character, who was, again, like you said, they made these characters decent people.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, this is Laverne's mom. This is her mom, her substitute mom, that finally fulfilled so many needs in her for a sounding board and for mom advice and for help that she was yearning for all these years, and she just shrugs it off. It's not a big deal because monkey funny. It's like, come on. Come on, Chuck. I know they want to kind of like speed by this so the audience won't be too upset, but it's too late.
Yeah, you've done the
It's
damage.
too
You've done
late.
some. God, I hang on. I gotta get my dice out and see how much psychic damage I took from this stupid episode. All right. What do you figure? Is that a D? That's a D12, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's a D12 for the. This is a third level psychic attack. Only 4? God. Oh wait, hang on. I'm checking the character sheet. It says 4 plus add the modifier of every. Oh, here it is. For every episode that made you go, what the fuck? Okay.
And we haven't even finished the season yet.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get some behind the scenes notes real quick
Go
here
for it.
because we got a few. All right. So Joanne Harris plays Jane, who is, I believe, the wardrobe person. We actually mentioned her briefly a few episodes
Yeah.
back. She is the sister-in-law of Monica McGowan Johnson, who wrote Gymnast Show.
Cool.
She was married to Jerry Belson, the co-writer with Gary Marshall on various Dick Van Dyke scripts. She was another working actor through the 60s up to the 90s. She was in a relationship with Clint Eastwood, so hence she was in The Beguiled, various TV shows. She actually got the lead in a very rough and rowdy rape revenge grindhouse film called Act of Vengeance, also known as Rape Squad.
Wow. Rape
Um,
Squad. I know of Rape Squad. Yeah.
Yep. That based on the
Wow.
trailer, it looks like she actually it's a rough film, but it sounds like it looks like it's like, they actually tried to deliver on the promise of, a nasty, they get some payback on the bad guys sort of
Yep.
picture. But anyway,
Yep.
70s wore on. She sticks to a lot of TV appearances, Barnaby Jones, etc. And just before this episode, she'd actually just come off the 80s grindhouse flick Deadly Games.
Oh, interesting.
But the interesting
Cool.
thing, though, about her career, she was married to Jerry Belson for, a while, but she ended up having various appearances on Tracy Ullman shows, including
Ah.
Tracy Takes On and State of the Union, like I'd say about 8
Ah.
episodes total across the different shows. So that's kind of
There's-
interesting mix.
There's another link to the Tracy Ullman side of
Exactly.
Comedy World. Interesting.
Lastly is Chuck. This is our last appearance of Chuck, for better or for worse.
Yep. This is the end for him. Indeed, you.
Ahead of him, his career will see him joining horror maestro Wes Craven for parts in both
Yep.
Deadly Friend and a small doctor role in Nightmare on Elm Street. He obviously is the voice of Roger Rabbit, as we mentioned. He plays that role multiple times.
Yep.
He also got to work with Weird Al, and he also got to
Yes.
play Bob Vaughn, the very creepy guy that Graysmith runs into in Fincher's Zodiac.
Whoa. That's cool.
And the landmark comedian, despite in some respects a flawed reason for being added to the show, he honestly worked with the mix. I
Yeah.
would say that even though I think this is one of the lesser appearances of Chuck on the show, I would have liked to have seen him more. I think actually one of the ones coming up, it would have greatly benefited from him, actually.
Yeah. Honestly, to be real, yeah. Honestly, if he had been introduced in a different way or earlier in the show, I think it would have worked out better.
I
it
think
would
so,
have
too.
worked out better.
Yep. Anyway, writer Jack Lukes. This is his last episode for the show. This is the 4th time we've seen him credited as writer, having also worked on Of Mice and Men earlier this year, Lightning Man last season, and the first part of Murder on the Moose Jaw Express. But he was also an actor on screen. As we mentioned, he was one of the few connections we've had on the show to Switchblade Sisters. Not the only one, though. If you want to hear a little more about that, we are in the Army now. Episode covers that a bit. And he also appeared multiple times on Laverne and Shirley in prior episodes, including High Price Dates, Guinea Pigs, and Supermarket Sweep.
Cool.
As writer, Jack Lukes has 4 more credits ahead of him, including a Charles in Charge, 13 East, Rock, and Getting By episode. That, of course, Getting By episode, directed by Joel Zwick, no less.
Cool.
Tom Turbovic, I got nothing, so let's rank this motherfucker.
This is exactly a 1, and it's only a 1 because of the spinners. Rat-a-tat.
I'll give it, I think I'm going to have to give it the same. Well, okay, here's what I'll do. A 1.2, the 0.2 is because Mary got dialogue.
Yeah, my 1 is for a combination of that and for Mary. But Lord, everything else. Penny Marshall's trying. Phil Foster is trying, but this material, no.
Yep.
No. Yeah.
All
I warned you.
right, thank you everyone so much for joining us for Night After Night. If you'd like to know more, find us at Night After Night Pod on Facebook and Tumblr and WordPress and Patreon and YouTube and wherever good podcasts may be found. And Night After Night PC on Twitter, if it hasn't exploded yet.
And we're on Facebook and all kinds of different places and
I
stuff.
already said the Facebook. I said Night
Oh,
After
yeah,
Night Pod on
yeah.
Facebook. Okay.
Whatever. I keep thinking about monkeys. Monkeys in jeans, wearing diapers.
They
And
want a monkey. They just want to monkey around, honey. You know this.
yeah, dude, there you go. Yeah. They're walking down our streets.
I am just gonna have to say, Caesar was right in overthrowing humankind.
Gasp. Yeah. Screw humanity! Anyway. Oh gosh. I was.
All right, so
Yeah.
yeah, what's coming up next? I feel like I need like a horror story to wash the taste out.
Oh, if only this story was actually horrific. The Verse Department is haunted by a ghost angry about the results of a race in the 1932 Olympics. Not a dream, not a what if story. This is Ghost Story.
I
Silence.
abstain. I abstain. I abstain.
Courteously?
I abstain. I abstain.
Courteously?
I abstain.
Courteously?
I'm a. I
Courteously?
abs.
Courteously? Thank you, Tina Belcher. Bye, y'all. And for heaven's sake, if you're gonna bring a monkey onto the set of your long-lived, distinguished sitcom, be sure that you don't have a birthday cake in the same episode. Otherwise, people will make fun of you decades after you film it. Bye, y'all.